Welcome back. A new survey called Autoimmunity and the Good Girls was just released, and the survey reveals that 1 in 4 women in the U.S. will be diagnosed with autoimmune illness. 80% of those diagnosed with autoimmune illness are women. The statistics, among others in the study, highlight a current issue in healthcare that women are facing a critical gap in healthcare and are being underdiagnosed. To talk to us more about the survey and what women can do to close the healthcare gap, we are joined by autoimmune researcher Sarah Hirish-Bordeaux. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Thank you so much for being here this morning. It is Autoimmune Awareness Month, you mentioned, as we were in the break.
Yes.
Now tell us, how do autoimmune diseases impact women?
Well, as you said, sort of in that intro, 80% of all diagnoses of any autoimmune disease, of which there are more than 100 autoimmune diseases. So that can range from anything like what I have, which is Hashimoto's disease, which is an underactive thyroid, which is pretty common. And then, as I was saying, our lady of the hour, fellow Texan Beyonce, she also has had an autoimmune her whole life with psoriasis. So basically, we're in a situation where our research showed that 1 in 4 American women have at least one autoimmune disease. Wow. And out of all of them, there isn't a cure for a single one. Huh. So in that sort of situation, and as a documentarian and someone who has asked questions as a filmmaker for a long time, I started asking questions about my own health and about my own story. And that sort of brought me to the insight that took this survey to scale.
And something that we mentioned in the intro was that women are often undiagnosed or underdiagnosed in this area. Why is it so hard for some women to advocate for their health?
Well, it's a great question, and kind of what is at the heart of my work is I've been an empowerment storyteller for a really long time, and I saw in my own health that I was seeing that there were patterns of when I was diagnosed or when I was relapsing, I was oftentimes neglecting my own needs. And as women, a lot of us were raised as these consummate good girls. That means sometimes suppressing what we need or what we want. Sometimes it means feeling like having needs might be a burden to our family. And I think that we're in sort of a time of reckoning, because if more women are being diagnosed with an autoimmune condition than breast cancer and heart disease combined, and there isn't a cure for any of them, we're sort of at a reckoning point where we need to maybe try a new narrative.
What can women do to kind of navigate these challenges?
Yes. I think the first thing is that never, ever underestimate your voice. Never diminish the power of being heard. And some of us weren't raised. I'm a Texas born and bred, but now living in Santa Fe. And for women like us, we often weren't told how to sort of self-advocate. And I think that empowerment in my work has never been in a straight line. Sometimes it requires that we get a little clumsy before we get really clear. And so taking one step from where you are within your doctor's offices, and we found that nearly half of women with autoimmune conditions are afraid of disappointing their doctors. And I think a lot of us have those disappointment fears, but they're there to help you. And so I have offered some language in the free findings at autoimmunesurvey.com.
And that's the website. I was going to ask you where we go for more information. So it's one more time?
Autoimmunesurvey.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here this morning.